Hi everyone, so today I have a new collection that Spellbinders has brought to their site. It is the Field Notes collection, super cute, part of their April 2025 releases. So these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. The links I'll have there in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. And I like to say that for the disclosure, but also this is what they look like. So these are my samples. Yours will be packaged really nicely. And, if it needs instruction, it'll have that. If it has inspo, the packaging is always really nice. This collection is so pretty. So what I have here are a few different items. So these are 3 different die sets. With the Field Notes, you have your wildflowers. So you have these 2 sprigs here that have these kind of little flowers, and then these little guys would go on this one. Has a little piece of tape, like a little specimen sample. Super cute. Just coming back from Monterey. Miranda kept plucking little wildflowers here and there, like at the RV park we stayed at and out whenever we were kind of walking the beach and stuff. And so I was like, oh, you know what? Let's put those in a book and press them. And literally overnight they look so nice, and she has them. They're so cute. And I'm like, we should have been doing this the whole time because we're always traveling places where they have cute little things like that, So this is very reminiscent of that. So this is really fun. And then you have your tools and you have your twine. So the tools are like a little magnifying glass. Hope you can see kind of the different things here. There are the magnifying glass, handle, this larger portion. There's another die right here, and then an inlay to make it look like it's shiny kind of thing. This is a little pencil. So you can see the pencil portion, the wooden portion here, and then this would go under this portion, so you have like a little lead, and then you have the little eraser portion there. And then you have a scissor, which is super cute. So you have your blades, or I don't know what they call it. Anyway, I can't think of it right now. But anyway, you have that, and you have your handles, and you have the little screw that would go in the middle here. Just to put it together, obviously, just to make it look really cute. So you would cut a couple of that handle out, and there you go. And then this is the twine one, which is different from the other wax seal twine. If you guys have seen that, it kind of has like a little space, and then it has the twine areas. This is similar in that it wraps around your card, so that's why it has these pieces. They wrap around, and then this is what you glue in the back. And then it has cute little tails and the loops, and, just really adorable. So that is the twine. This is by itself. One of the dies. A couple better press plates. I have this one to share with you guys. It's the fern one. So it has this beautiful large fern and then the smaller fern. I will say the larger one is about almost 5 inches tall and 3.5 inches wide, and then the smaller guy. And then it has the sentiment that says, be happy always. And then there's a 3D embossing folder, and I just love this. All the ferns and the beautiful ginkgo leaves. I mean, everything that's on here. Look how pretty that is. Really, really gorgeous. Again, this is an oversized embossing folder, so it is 5 3/4 by 8 3/4. It'll emboss an area that's 8.5 by 5.5, and then again with that awesome just hills and valleys, and just carved out what you expect from a 3D embossing folder. So I have a lot of ideas for this guy, but you can just imagine just this with a little sentiment, maybe some inking. This in the background with a little ink, a little sentiment over the top. Some of these little guys sticking out over here. You have your tools. There's just so many ways to use this. So I'll try to use several of these pieces today. So let me think about what I want to do for that, and I'll be right back with some paper and things. So I have a few different pieces of cardstock here. I'm going to make a card base with the black paper. And I'm going to cut it 4 1/4 by 11 and score it at 5.5 inches for your standard A2 size card. Of course, you can do a 5 by 7 with these, whatever you like to do. All those different sizes. I haven't done a mini slimline in a long time. Doing a slimline. Got to get back to that. Okay, so let's put that there. All right. A little bit crooked. Sorry about that. I want to tear this parchment paper, so we'll do something fun with that. This guy, I'm going to cut at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. I'm going to run it through the, what's this guy? Through the embossing folder. Just get that guy through here. So pretty. Anywhere here is going to be gorgeous. I really want a lot of whatever's happening here. So I think this is nice. I'm going to use the universal plate system. So for the Spellbinders Platinum 6, that would be the adapter, and just your A plate Okay, and I mean the A plate from the Universal System. I'm gonna run that through, and then I just want something kind of fun with this. I don't know if I'm gonna cut it or tear it, or even all that much. See, I'm just kind of eyeballing this. So what I want to do with this is kind of crumple it a little bit. I thought that would be fun. You know, after I have my card base and then have this crumpled, then maybe that's still too big. So maybe a little bit less. Actually, let's cut it from over here so it's a little more organic. So I have that and I crumpled this in just so we can still see a lot of the background piece. Cute. Okay, something like that. What I was thinking about doing with this is not just better pressing it, but just kind of getting a little something on here. So I'm not even going to take it off the carrier. All I'm going to do is add a little, like this brown ink. Oh, that doesn't look great, I know, but that's all right. You see, I didn't even do it perfectly. I don't mind. I'm just going to take this and just kind of pop it on there. This is the kind of thing I like to show you guys because, like, let's say you're a deluxe Caboodle member and you don't have a better press, you can definitely just use it just like that. And look how cool. And I want it to look distressy and fun. One other thing I should have mentioned at the very top is that Spellbinders is having their sale where they do the 25 off of 100. It's probably 25 pounds off of 100, but $25 off of 100 automatically comes off the cart, and that's after your discount. So if you're a member and you get 10% off, you know, when you log in, the price is already there, reflected in the price that you see. And then in the cart, they'll automatically take off 25 off of 100 once you get to $100 in your cart. So that sale will run usually about a week and a half. So I'll have all that information in the description box along with the affiliate links, and so you can know when that expires. I love the way it looks. I mean, look how fun that looks already. Just like a couple of these, let's say you cut another piece of paper, just very artsy maybe in the background here. I mean, and then put all these cute things that you have. Lovely. But I'll be right back. Okay, so that guy. Makes that little pop sound. I didn't spray this with water or anything like that, but if you have some paper, this is heavyweight, like 310 GSM paper, 110 pound. And I didn't spray it with water or anything. It looks perfectly great. But if you have problems, you know, cracking or some other shit, just give it a quick spritz with water. Now, we're not trying to douse it so much with water that it's just like dripping, but just a couple little spritz, kind of break up your paper, kind of go like this, and then put it in there. You know what I'm saying? Give it a little, break up the fibers and then put it in and run it through, and you should have very good luck. But again, I've never really prepped things like that, and this looks great. It looks great on both sides. I love it. Okay. Let me put this away and we'll start putting this together a little bit. Okay, so let's glue this down. And whenever I have something like this, I always like to get a lot of glue. Oh, that scared me. My goodness. I don't know why I didn't expect that they were going to put I heard like an emergency vehicle, but I'm like, oh, they didn't do anything, so that's no big deal. And they honked. Let's see if I don't edit that out, but that was pretty funny. Okay. So I like to put glue everywhere because, again, you have lots of nooks and crannies and all those highs and lows. Again, this was 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, this little topper. I'm going to let that sit for just a moment. And this guy, in my mind, I was going to crunch it up, you know, but just to make it look a little more fun, try to get some, like, wrinkles in it. In my mind, I thought, well, I guess we can crunch up the whole thing. I just kind of wanted to glue it down so it would be a little bit crunchy. So, as you can see, I'm just kind of messing with it at this point. And then maybe when I glue it down, I'm going to try to glue it down in a way that it has, like, texture, kind of like paper mache. Let me show you. You know how it gets kind of wrinkly a little bit? Obviously, you want it smooth, but it wrinkles up on you. I don't know, something like that. And then try to glue that down. Okay, that looks good. And you can crumple the whole thing up if it makes it easier for you. I was trying to keep them in certain spots. Still gonna get glue all over this and all in here because when I crumple it, I want some of these pieces to kind of stick together. I kind of like the way it looks like this, even though that's standing up. I didn't really want it to look so purposeful. But see how I'm kind of keeping it crunched? So when it sticks down, I'm not flattening it out completely. This one needs to be a little more crunchy. Okay, something like that. I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. Just trying to keep those crunches. See? So you have that texture. I think that looks fun. really, really fun. So I want to do the twine so we can, oh, hello. I should have stuck the twine. Ugh. Anyway, my idea is, you know, I was like, I need this to stick on here. If we did the twine, which I can still use it, I'm just going to have to cut it off. Generally what you do with the twine, these little pieces, you just wrap around your paper, but I'll just cut them off and it just won't, it'll have a different look. So I think I'll do, ooh, I mean, twine usually is like a really pretty brown, huh? I was going to say maybe I'll do black with that, but look at this one. This is kind of an interesting color. And I just need that piece right there. So that's good. I was say that's cool and then good. And I said good. It's kind of funny. Okay, so I'm going to run that through. So we have that twine. I wanted to include one of these little specimen pieces. I don't know if it was going to be like the magnifying glass or the pencil or maybe we'll do the scissor. So let's do that. So I'll run this through some silver paper, either shiny or kind of matte silver or gray if you have that. I'll run this through some black paper just because I want them to look very classic. And then we need a little sprig, at least one little sprig. So we do this little guy. So let's do this sprig, this set of flowers. We have some extra leaves. This one would be this one here. The flowers, obviously, you can see they have different layers. This little guy, you know, and then we have a little piece of tape. But if I'm using this guy, I don't really need the piece of tape. So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am in love with this. Oh my gosh, with just a little sentiment, I think you're good to go. I mean, that's so pretty. Let's bring these guys over. So there's lots of pieces for this one little guy here. So we have these here. And then there's like a little central knot kind of area, that one, okay? So let's get those together. I'm gonna put the stuff for the scissors to the side for a moment. Okay, so, you know, depending on how you want this to go, you're basically gonna stack all these things together. So do you want to maybe start off with one of these? However you want these to look. So I'm just putting a little glue. Gonna get this one. Trying to be very delicate with them, but there you go. And again, this can be however you want the knots to look, right? And then keep stacking. So one side of your bow. And if you kind of plan what you're looking for, if you want the bow to be a certain way, you know, but like that. And then you have this little top knot piece right here. That just brings it all together. Looks really cute. And then you would have this guy. And again, if I bring this back, to be honest, I'm not sure where I'm going to put this yet, so I'm not going to do that part yet. So that is our bow. And then with this guy, our scissors, I'm going to put a little glue there, a little glue there. There is an indentation mark that shows you kind of where this should go to. So like right there. And right here. And the paper I'm using is a little bit shiny, a little bit slippery, so I'm going to give it a second before I go to put these guys together. Right? Basically, one's just going to go over the other. Suppose you could make it so that they're, I don't know. But there you go. Trying to see how that goes. Maybe something like that. There we are. Does that look better? Let's look at our scissors. See these guys? They look funky. So, but again, you can open them up or you can keep them closed or however you want to do that. Okay. And then we have this little black dot that goes in the center basically. And I suppose if you want to put a brad in there, that'd be really cute. Anyway, let's wait on that. And then I have my green sprig here just from a very small scrap of paper that actually just fit in between there. So that was cool. And then we have this, let's see our little flowers. Oh, they're so cute. And again, just a lot of texture already in them. And they're going to stick on here somewhere. I suppose it doesn't matter where, as long as it looks like, I think, right? What do you guys think? Oh, I can go that way. I guess that doesn't really matter, but I'll be right back. Let's let some of these things set up, and I will BRB. Okay, guys. Oh, so I guess we can stick these guys together. I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do yet. And we could also put in another leaf, right? So that leaf that's by itself individually, it looks like this leaf. So there's that. Actually, I'm going to just go ahead and put glue all over this because I might as well stick this down. Or I think I'm going to do that. Something like maybe down here. I don't know. And I'm just kind of looking where the little stems are so it looks like they're actually going to some of the flowers, you know? Oh, haha. Maybe we should also put some glue on this part, huh? That'd be good. This is so cute. I mean, just so many ideas, honestly. Such a cute collection. And like I said in the last video where we saw the little froggy, this one. Just so many cute things this release. I'm going to hold that down just a little bit. So I'll be right back. Okay, something like that's good. And then if we had this, like pretensies here. Something like that, right? I'm trying to see where I want to put this bow. Yeah, like right there is pretty good. Okay, so generally you don't even have to put glue on this. You just kind of put the glue on this backside and then bend it around the backside of your card. But since I basically stuck this down before I could do that, I'm not going to use those pieces. I'm eyeballing this at this point, but let's see, maybe like here. I'm just going to put glue on this, and it is thin, so, you know, I'm going to make sure that I really get on the very edges, or the ends, should I say. So that, for sure, that doesn't come up on me later. Oh, that's like perfect, and I eyeballed that. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to hold those down. Just a moment, and then this little guy can be like right here. It's so pretty. Oh, I guess it should be within the card, shouldn't it? Because if it's not, we're going to have it fall off. Okay. I'll be right back. So I was just looking at this and where I might want to put these little guys. How cute is that? I'm going to put a little glue. Now you can definitely put these together as one piece and then glue them down. I'm going to have them a little bit open because I think that looks cute. What I'm saying is you can glue it together as one piece and then work with it. But I think I'm going to put them like down in here. Trying to think of where I want to put that. That looks good. Move it a little further in. So again, they're actually in the card. Cute. Okay, I'm going to hold that down and I'll be right back. Okay, and one last bit of detail in here. I'm going to put a little glue, and then I'm going to grab, with the same handles, you get this little dot too, and that's basically to make it look like the little screw here that's in the middle of your scissor. And I will be right back. Okay. Now, I mean, this little guys could have gone up here, wherever it is that you want. I mean, look how pretty that is. I love the collage look of it, the nature of it, literally, pun intended. I went in here just to get a sentiment, and the first thing I saw was this New Adventures. How cute is that? Full of wonder. Oh my gosh. And again, I don't even know if I'm going to put a sentiment, to be honest. Oh my gosh, your strength inspires me. I mean, these are all so cute. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like there's a lot going on there already. Okay, I'm going to put some very thin, some low profile, should I say, dimensionals. And I'm going to stick that up here, but it doesn't need anything. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just got grab some dimensionals, excuse me. They're not as thin as I would like, but that looks really cute. All right, I love everything about that. How pretty is that? So thanks for watching, guys. Again, that's your field notes. I mean, there are so many cute examples. You'll see them attached to the listing there. you know, making it look like a file folder or like a little field notebook, right? Like these fun things that people like to get into, or like those little art books people like to use. So I just wanted to look really pretty and collagey. And this is, again, I had an idea, but I didn't really know how it was going to turn out. So I think this turned out really, really well. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links for the US and the UK there for Spellbinders, the info on the $25 off 100 cart, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.